Lift your arms toward the sky and grab your left wrist with your right hand and bend to the left. Back to the center, change side. Left hand, right wrist and bend to the right. Back to the center, dive deep toward the sky, fingertips onto the floor or onto the shin. Inhale here, straighten your back. Exhale down again, you can bend your knees if you want. And bring your right foot behind the left and dive deep. Feel your hamstring here. Back to the center, left foot behind the right. Dive deep here, feel your hamstring again. And feet together. Inhale, straighten your back and exhale down. Bring the palms of your hands together behind your back and stretch your arms toward the floor. Head towards the shin. Breathe here deeply. And then relax your hands onto the floor and bring your left foot back. Back knee onto the floor. Scissor your legs here and bring your arms up. So hug your thighs in. You can sink your hips if you want to go deeper, but navel in. Engage everything, your legs, and then straighten your back leg up. And again, navel in, shoulder blades down, and back bend a little bit. Come back, knees down. Frame your front foot with your hands and straighten your right leg, bending the left. Head toward the knee. Breathe deeply here, fall forward. Then come back. Bring your right hand inside the right foot and straighten the back leg here. Chest forward. Engage your legs. If you want to go deeper, you can put your forearms onto the floor, back knee down. But keep the right knee toward the chest. Breathe deeply here. Follow your breath. Then straighten your arms and push your right knee toward the side with your right hand. Try to resist with your knee. Two opposite actions. Chest up. And then grab your back foot with your right hand and keep the heel of your foot towards your right sit bones. Chest open toward the sky. Breathe deeply. Relax your foot and come back, framing your front foot with your hands and back into plank. Knees, chest, chin onto the floor. Slide into cobra, chest forward. Breathe deeply here and then come back into downward facing dog. Widen your feet with the distance of your mat, and then with your right hand grab your left ankle and twist. Breathe deeply here. And then change side. With your left hand, grab your right ankle and twist from your core, from the center. Come back into downward facing dog. and lift your left leg, knee to your chest, and then in between your hands. Come back into Anjaneyasana, lift your arms up, navel in, back leg straight. Breathe deeply here. Back knee down from your front foot. Straighten your left leg and bending the right. Fall forward, chest toward the knee, head toward the feet or toward the knee. Breathe deeply here. And then bring your left hand inside the left foot and straighten the back leg here. Chest forward. Magnetize your hands towards your feet here. Hug your thighs in and then bring your forearms toward the floor if possible. But keep the left knee towards your chest, close to your chest. Breathe deeply here. And then come back to the center and with your left hand push your left knee toward the side. Feel the stretch here and the hips opener. Chest toward the sky. Breathe deeply, come back. And grab your left foot with your left hand, left heel towards your left sit bone. Create a resistance between your foot and your hand and open the chest. Relax your foot, hands framing your front foot, and come back into plank pose. Bring both knees onto the floor and start to cat-cow. So take a deep inhale here and start to curve your back, gaze up, sit bones up. Exhale down, navel towards the spine, round your back. Inhale up, gaze up, curve your back. Exhale down, round your back. Inhale up. Shoulder, wrist are aligned and hips with knees are aligned. Bring your arms forward and try to bring your chest towards the floor. Sit bones up. Feel your shoulders here. And you can put your forehead onto the mat, but if you can put your shin, you can do that too. Just breathe and slowly come back into tabletop. Lift your legs, come back into plank and into downward facing dog. So sit bones up, feet hips distance apart, and then lift your right leg up, knee to your chest and foot in between your hands. Come into the center and grab your big toes with your hands and fall forward. Breathe deeply here. And then you're gonna bend your right knee and straighten your left leg into Skandasana, surfer pose. Then change side, hands in front of your heart, and change side again, right side. and left side. Come back to the center into Padottanasana. Hands in the middle, and then bring your hands backwards. Try to stretch those arms and those legs. Engage your legs, sit bones up. Close your feet into Malasana. So knees align with your feet, same direction, and hands in front of your heart. Take a deep inhale here. Lift your right arm up, and then wrap your knee with your arms and grab your wrist with the other arm. Chest up. Come back to the center and change side. Chest up again. If you cannot grab your hands, you can use a towel or a strap, but open the shoulders here. Come back to the center. Lift your hips up, and then come back in front of the mat. Feet back into downward facing dog. Bring your knees down to the mat. And lift your right arm up and bring your right arm under your right shoulder. With your left fingertips, push into the mat and twist. Breathe deeply here and feel the stretch into your right shoulder. Come back to the center. Lift your left arm up and bring your arms under your left shoulder. Twist here with your right fingertips, push into the floor and turn a little bit more. Hips align with your knee. Come back to the center and lift your right leg back. Then bring your foot align with your knee, sole of the foot onto the floor. Lift your right arm up and again bring the head onto the floor and twist onto the right with left fingertips pushing into the mat to help the twist more. Come back to the center, lift your right leg up onto the side and back, then tabletop. Same thing, other side. Lift the left leg back and then onto the side, align with your knee, and bring your left arm up and bring it under your left shoulder. With your right fingertips, push into the mat and twist, head onto the floor. Breathe deeply here. And feel the stretch into your shoulder. Come back to the center, lift your leg onto the side and back, and then into tabletop. Hips high, downward facing dog. Bring your right leg up and come into pigeon prep on the right side. Align your hips with your knee and your foot. Chest up, and then bring your forearms onto the floor. You can bring the thumb onto your third eye so that the forehead is resting. Breathe deeply here. Flex your right foot to protect your knee. Come back into the center. Lift your right leg up and back. And change side. Left foot toward the chest and into pigeon prep. Align your hips, knee and foot. Check this. and then chest up. Align everything together, navel in, and then fall forward. Forehead resting onto your thumb or onto your hands. Breathe deeply here. And push with your hands into the floor. Hips high, leg high. 3 downward dog. Downward dog. Breathe deeply here and bring both knees onto the floor. Try to grab your calf and sit in between your heels. And then bring your forearms onto the floor. Be careful with your knee here. If you want to go deeper, you can lie down and bring your arms above your head. If you have problem with your knee, don't do it, or put a towel under your knee. Breathe deeply here. Then if you're lying down, just come back up, or if you're on your forearms, go up slowly, head last. Then come back into tabletop and butt into your heels and breathe.